Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about Marksmanship Hunter to finish off our very serious Hunter class guides. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that currently Marksmanship Hunter is on the weaker side of Mythic Plus specs because our AoE is capped at 5 targets. Good thing that will hopefully be looked at inside of Shadowlands. First things first, we're going to look at the pros and cons of the spec. Let's start with the pros. Marksmanship has great burst damage. It's great with every stat in the game, making it relatively easy to find upgrades in Gear 1. As for the cons, it's not Beast Mastery. Now that we've got the pros and cons out of the way, we can start talking about everything else that makes this spec work. Marksmanship Hunter has a very wide variety of talent builds with a staggering one real option per row. You might be asking yourself, but LR got milk. How is that a wide variety? Now don't you worry, I'm here to break it down for you. In the first row, we have Master Marksman. That's the good one. If you still fantasize about a ranged survival hunter, you can take Serpent Sting for only about a 5,000 DPS loss. Murder of Crows still exists for some reason, so take it if you PvP, I guess. It's probably not even good there, I don't know. In the second row, we have another great variety of options, with careful aim, volley, and explosive shot. I'll break this one down quickly for you. Explosive shot and volley are garbage. Don't ever take them. Moving on. In the third row, we've got our utility row. Trailblazer is garbage, unless you're running old raids or wiping in current content so much that you feel like running back to the boss quicker might actually be a DPS increase. Our fourth row only has Hunter's Mark and some placeholders, so maybe they'll add something in the next expansion. The fifth row has Post Haste versus Binding Shot. In my experience, every time you think Binding Shot is a good idea, it's not a good idea. Post Haste has a personal dispel for roots and slows, making it easier to play around corruption. And more corruption means more damage. The sixth row has Lethal Shots and Double Tap. Lethal Shots is usually better unless you're super undergeared, don't have the right Azerite, or you don't have the Skitra bow. Basically, only take Double Tap if you don't have Azerite in the first place. Now finally, in the last row, we've had some diversity throughout the years. Basically, all you gotta do is ask yourself, what expansion am I playing in? If the answer is Battle for Azeroth, then take Calling the Shots and reminisce about how good it felt in Legion to use Lock and Load and Piercing Shot. Now for our stat priority, you're just gonna sim your character. Blizzard is actually still gathering feedback about which Azerite traits are on the weaker side because they haven't actually made ones that make the class feel better to play. So all we gotta do here is take in the rhythm on every single piece of Azerite and then whatever the fuck you want in the other slots because none of them are that good anyways. However, because this is a guide, and I will be a little bit more precise, Unerring Vision is kinda good, and Focused Fire is alright. Take these suggestions with a grain of salt, because the only rank 3 essence I have for this spec is Vision of Perfection. But that being said, Vision of Perfection is fun to use, and World Vein is pretty good too, but you should sim your character anyways, because min-maxing, yay! Like in my other videos, I think you can guess what corruptions Marksmanship Hunter wants. Infinite Stars for single target, and Twilight Devastation for AoE. But hold on! We're not gonna stop there. Expedient makes in the rhythm give more haste, which means more rapid fires, which means more haste, and more haste from the Expedient giving the in the rhythm more haste means more aimed shot casts and less steady shot casts. Basically, just get the good ones, is what I'm trying to say here. When we talk about our rotation, this is where things get a little tricky. Press aimed shot when you have 2 charges, and use rapid fire to keep in the rhythm up as much as you can. After that, just press arcane shot when it becomes a lighty uppy button, and use steady shot if you run out of focus somehow. For AoE, our rotation is similar, but all we gotta do is press multi-shot before every rapid fire or aim shot cast, so you get the trick shots button. Oh, and also you gotta proc Twilight Devastation as much as you can. Almost forgot that part. Well, now that we've officially talked about all three Hunter specs, I think it's safe to say that I actually hate Beast Mastery Hunter with a burning passion. So we're going to take a quick moment of silence for all of our fellow Hunter players who have been forced to play Beast Mastery for progression. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this, because I had to troll my guild in a plus 19 temple earlier to refresh my memory on how this spec actually played. They thought I was going to play the Beast Cleave spec, but I hit him up with the old switcheroo at the last second. If you liked the content, consider subscribing, because I'll have a Feral Druid and a Fire Mage guide soonish. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you play Beast Mastery, I dislike you.